It's Castranger, where we prepare bits in advance every week.
And this is our third take.
And we don't fuck up recordings or get interrupted 3 times.
So no one told you that someone was gonna cue the roll call.
We are live!
Connect.
Loading.
Broadcast.
Tempered Zi-O! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive, Pinkcaster, Lane!
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, all around.
The trickster of infinite topics. Savage Caster, Ibarra Fox. Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 256.
Blaze, Pokemon Purizu.
Alright, first off, I just want
The useless
The
Aqua.
useless Aqua.
first off,
Blaze, Pokemon!
I just wanted to ask, were you guys doing the Friends theme or the Muppet Babies theme?
It's Combuskin? Apparently it's Mudkip.
First one, then the other.
It sounded like you guys were doing the Muppet Babies opening.
I think that's what I was doing. I didn't know that was the
I need
song.
people in the chat to caption this photo.
Meme the shit out of Gentleman.
What do you mean you're not listening to Castranger?
I got the Flying Falcon Progress key.
Hooray!
It's cool.
Shocking no one.
We got it.
I sat down, I looked in the box, I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
It's like a cell phone. That's why Tom has it.
It's like
in
one
that
of those
picture.
rotary phones like what Kaiser has.
Hello, 01? Yes, I am excited for your show. Yes, I am excited for Zi-O to end.
Yes, you will buy all the merch.
No.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Uh,
Only time will tell.
well,
Oh wait, that's Last Rider. Speaking of Zi-O.
Oh, apparently you've got the episode number wrong.
No, the episode is 256, but someone said Pokemon 258 earlier.
Oh.
It's Combuskin!
It is Combuskin.
So next week-
Blaze is like, fuck you! I know my favorite evolution of Pokemon!
Yeah, you let us down last week. I sure hope you come through next week.
Blaze, is that how you got your nickname? Is because you like Blaziken?
I think so. He did say he wanted to do it this week, or this set of weeks as it was.
No!
Does he have Blaze feet?
Ha ha ha, that's an in-joke no one gets.
See, my name is Lane because my name is actually Lane.
Because I used to live in a lane.
Imagine I just had fucking Pinkcaster Donald from now on.
Jesus.
He comes from Donald Lane.
Donald William Lane, thank you very much.
Sure, reveal your whole identity to the internet.
I already
Lane
did last week, and I did your name too.
At,
Yeah,
at
thanks.
135 Sesame Street.
You'll have to tell me how to get there.
So no one told you Blaze's name is based off Blaziken.
This
I'm
bit-
sorry, I've been watching Friends. I'm almost done.
This bit is getting old, and I'd like to move on.
Could you be any more distracted?
A little bit. Ah,
Oh god, I forgot how terrifying the Pterodopond is.
well, it's in the name. Okay, this week we're talking about Shitstorm episode 47.
Which was lit.
Yeah, because I'm setting it on fucking fire.
They explain the problems with the timeline. They just throw it all out. We've got a new timeline where we combine them together, so all of your problems with the timey-wimey stuff doesn't matter.
We'll get into that.
Don't overthink it.
Ryusoulger episode 21.
Are we starting with Ryusoulger?
No, I'm just listing what we're talking about.
Oh.
And our feature topic for this week, continuing week 3 of Cowabungust, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time.
it's not called Turtles in Time, it's just
It is now!
Ninja Turtles 3.
Chris, you need to chill and have a Pepsi.
Fine. Ugh. Cue the fucking bumper.
Rider time.
So, we finally reached episode 47 of Decade Season 2. Oh my god,
I
what
never
a
thought
fucking
the show
episode
would
this
get
has
this far.
been. Tsukasa, man, he just keeps fucking rolling it out. He's so awesome.
The fucking hype. Yeah, well, you've lost your power. Yeah, well, I saved half of it from the start, because I am the hype.
Wait, hang on. Would it technically be Decade Season 2 if he never had an episode 47 to begin with?
You tell me, Mr. Turtles Season 1 only had 10 episodes or whatever the fuck.
What?
Anyway.
So yeah, this episode's all about...
Could've just said
Alright, let's deal with this shitstorm in proper order. So
Schwartz is an asshole!
So the episode starts with Schwartz summoning the fucking Skywall!
Is that a skywall?
No, it was funny. You didn't get a shot that was in like that first episode when we saw the Skywall.
Like you see the same people dying.
Just like So
hold on, I have to play a clip that will perfectly express my reaction to this and pretty much the whole episode.
Okay.
I have to turn off my glasses. Yes, that's real.
Yeah, he has tech glasses.
So here was my reaction.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
You can't get copyrighted, Tom!
Okay.
That was totally not the clip I was supposed to play, but I'm just gonna go with it. Let it refresh.
So apparently what Schwartz is doing is destroying all the other worlds by combining them. Just like Decade did.
Yeah, Decade's like, shit.
Also, Gar's fully caught up on Zi-O! Gar, what do you think of Zi-O?
It's okay.
Don't you pull the same shit with Bill!
I love it. You were singing its fucking praises a week or two ago, and now that you've caught up, you've understood how the decline has been.
He hates Decade a lot.
I think it's been getting better.
Well, you hate him in the show.
Yeah, I don't like Tsukasa in Zi-O because I feel like he's just there for the sake of being there.
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit to this whole Decade saving half his power bullshit. On one hand, Tsukasa choosing to save half of his power in the living save state that is Sogo's Ride Watch collection is a genius move on his part, I will admit, and that's very smart. What I will, on the other hand, call bullshit on is how!
That's probably why. So yeah, because he stored half his powers, he only has access to like half the riders he can transform into. So that's probably why. That's why he. So he already probably had the Zi-O powers. He just couldn't access them because they're in the watch.
Except, how could he have a card of a rider that didn't exist before the show?
Well, remember when he disappeared for like 10 episodes? It's probably going to be
Yeah. No, what Thunderbuster Orb said. To deal with it. I need to keep that gift forever.
That's like from the Guy movie, right?
No, it's from the Wizard
Wizard
crossover.
Oh yeah, the
Okay, anyway. So the way that they choose to explain this is that the worlds that are combining are the worlds that were created when the timelines were erased by way of them being the worlds that existed without Kamen Riders. So the villains from those series were left unchallenged. Counterpoint number one, the world should be fucking exploded because Evolve would have black holed the planet to smithereens if that was what was happening.
Well, maybe it's from like a certain point in time.
Actually, no, Itchy. Most of the things that happened in Build would not have happened unless Build was manipulated to give him the powers. He had to get Build's hazard level up to unlock the powers. Therefore, in a universe without Build in it, he would not have been able to get his full powers back, and he would only have smashes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there.
Wow, Tom made a good point.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna give you full marks for that.
I'm also going to drop this mic.
Do not!
That's my mic dropping sound.
Way to go,
You know
Tom.
what? I'm impressed.
Yep.
Mr. Build Lover! Surprised you didn't think of that because you love Build so much.
I'm blinded by rage. Okay.
Fire!
That said.
Weaselgate.
That
2019.
said.
Can we get that said, Tom?
That
Can
said.
we get that said, Gar?
No.
Okay. You know.
If they're saying that the Ride Watch creation and the timeline erasures are why these parallel versions of all the Rider worlds where the villains were left unchecked exist. That doesn't exactly check out because they didn't erase all of the timelines, only the first half of the show. And the fact that these worlds are all parallel realities is bullshit because Sogo has met and interacted with the second half of them in the current timeline and in the current reality.
Also, Gar made a good point. When you like see like all the worlds or whatever like that, when like Schwartz is talking, Gar's like, how does Agito have his own world when he's a sequel series to Kuga?
Hey, that's a sub-point under what I'm saying.
I never thought of it that way. It's like, oh, we're in Agito's world, like a decade. Oh, we're in Agito's world. Isn't Agito a sequel to Kuga?
Yes and no. It's a spiritual sequel. They never technically interact. You
Yeah,
could say
no,
the same
but
thing
were-
that O's and Double are a sequel.
No, but in Agito, they refer to the events of Kuga in like the second episode.
I have the easy answer. All of the Rider worlds in Decade were established alternate universes, so none of it fucking matters.
That's true.
Which is apparently what they're attempting to do here in Zi-O again. So it is Decade
Okay,
Season 2.
so Blaze, to answer your question, because like Schwartz is playing is he wants to bring all the worlds together, so that's why just shit's popping up. We got the Skywall from Build, Yggdrasil building from fucking Gaim, Fudo Tower from Double.
It's starting to look like my Minecraft city.
Roy Mute show up.
Full disclosure, I actually have been building a amusement park in my Minecraft city on Creative called Rider Town, and it has a Yggdrasil tower. It has the hospital from X8. I've got the Ghost Tower. You know, like I've got like literally building, and I realized that he's building one of those. So this is literally just Schwartz playing Minecraft on Creative.
It's Futo Tower from a different point in time.
Blaze. No, the answer is Futo Tower only exists in the Double reality. But like this flies in the face of every crossover since Double, which has been built to establish the point that every rider since Double has been in the same reality.
Have they ever stated that though?
Drives to Gaim City and during that crossover.
Yeah, but what if that's just what if that's just Drive's version of Gaim?
Well, maybe
and not show Gaim.
But the exact same events happen. Gaim is
that's
a space god.
Maybe that's the combined world Schwartz built. Schwartz has built that contradiction.
Schwartz has just been the villain of all Heisei Rider the entire time.
He's the leader of Foundation X.
No, he's like fucking Kronika in Mortal Kombat 11. It's just this time goddess that's been fucking controlling everything in Mortal Kombat like the whole time.
I think Schwartz has an ability to edit for the timelines that he wants. Like, he's not just saying, I'm going to take them all evenly. I want the best version to suit his purpose of each to make a world out of.
And you know what the real answer to all of this is?
We're just making all this fucking
The
up.
writing is terrible and we should stop paying attention and just wait for 01, but it's so hard.
2 more weeks.
No, it's not. I wish there were another 10 episodes. I'm enjoying this ride.
Oh, God.
I love the riders. I love the connection between a couple of the characters. I enjoy the forms. I even love the super form. It's one of the first super forms I've enjoyed in a while.
Oh, Grand Zi-O is fantastic.
Grand Zi-O is the final form, not the super form. Zi-O 2 would be the super form.
Oh, okay.
I thought Trinity was the super form.
I like
Oh,
them
yeah,
both.
Trinity is the super form.
I like them both. I like them all.
By
look at that decade face.
By the way, I love that Gates apparently has a real modern world cell phone on a plan that he is assumedly not paying for somehow.
Yeah, that's so weird.
He tries to call Soga. I'm like, how are you paying for that phone, sir?
Also,
okay, that they're using that app that can make money fall out.
Or you know what? They're just piggybacking off of Uncle's Wi-Fi and using one of those like free text calling apps.
WhatsApp.
Also, we got a couple Wagamos this episode, so we're at 108 Wagamos.
Yeah, I was about to ask
boy.
you, are you still keeping track?
Oh yeah.
What is a
Of course I
Wagamo?
am.
The amount of times Waz says Wagamo.
Yeah, so we've been keeping a counter of every single time Waz has said Wagamo.
I also like that people actually sat down and ate with Uncle briefly.
Yeah. And he made a joke about tofu being called Kabe because Kabe is the word for wall. So,
okay,
eat the walls, break the skywall.
So he knows. I think he knows what's going on. There's no way he doesn't know.
I mean, he
that
was
Sogo's a Kamen Rider.
He was staring at the Rider Watches pretty fucking closely.
Like, it's been so in his face the whole show, but they're making such a big deal about next episode being, Oji-san, I am a Kamen Rider. Oh my god!
It's gonna be like, no shit, Sogo. Sit the fuck down and eat your kale.
Just like, I know, I'm Omazeo.
It's just pretty like, it's kind of like, Sogo, I know you are emotionally fragile, so I'm just gonna go with it so I don't break your brain.
Yeah.
That's how that goes. That's what you do. If you are a good parent figure, you just fucking go with it.
This is his version of Alfred being okay with Bruce Wayne being Batman.
Yeah, it's like, Master Wayne, I know you're putting on tights and you're punching people at nighttime, but I also know that you're having a really tough time getting over your parents.
Tough.
I'm just gonna go with it and I'm gonna sew your cape.
Yeah.
So you won't become broken emotionally.
And I'll feed you soup.
But the soup will be cold because it's supposed to be.
Like my soul.
Yeah.
So
or Tsukiyomi.
So, and I love there's this part where Sogo's just like, you're gonna come with me, Tsukiyomi.
He fucking takes her by the hand.
I mean, Alpina.
Dun dun dun! Like you weren't supposed to know that.
Stop dead naming me, Sogo.
Sogo gets it.
That's my past name.
No, if they wanted to do that dramatically, they would do it like how they keep doing it throughout the entire show. Just let's go, Tsukiyomi. Okay, and then it cuts to like a close up of his face and be like, Alpina.
Alpinas.
I noticed that.
Did somebody seriously post a picture of Godzilla in the Fibonacci sequence? That's too meta for me.
That's a build Hisatsu.
No joke. I noticed this when I was verifying Zi-O. Every time they wanted to say something serious, there will be like a black line that goes through the screen.
And then they're closer up.
Yeah, and then it's a close up.
You know what I think that reminds me of the most? It's like when you're getting an eye exam and you have that big thing over your face with the different lenses and they swap the lens.
What's an eye exam?
Like when you get a
which one's better? One or two?
I've never had an eye exam.
Yeah, but I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. Like, is number 1 better or is number 2 better? Like, what you see when they switch lenses is exactly that effect.
Weird Alpina Yankovic.
That's good.
I actually have a picture of Alpina's monster form.
Okay.
I bet you didn't know she had a monster form.
Oh, it's the alpaca from the Keep Ranger.
Oh, no.
Yep. Whoa.
Alpacazilla?
Oh, God.
Alpagira.
Show me pictures of alpacas.
Anyway,
so they decide to go to Tsukasa because it's like, hey, you can take us to 2058. Can you take us
you're
to
the only one who was any semblance of being relatively close to knowing what the fuck is going on.
Don't they have time machines?
Yes, and they've consistently.
Fuck that. We need Tsukasa.
And Woz can just step through time like it fucking is nothing because during the first arc, like they go to Build's timeline and Woz is just there without a Mazine of his own, and the show completely forgot about that ability.
He gets to ride on the other two.
Also, somebody brought up... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Shouldn't Woz have his own time machine?
White Woz did, but then he died, and I guess the machine went with him.
Shouldn't the Bell have went with him as well, since it came from the other timeline?
I would assume that he could just change... I assume that he could just do it naturally. But somebody brought up a good point. When Uncle fixed the fucking Denliner, I think all pretense of him not knowing what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, that was unquestionable.
I'm still going with my theory until next episode. He is Sogo from a timeline where he didn't become a rider.
What, Uncle?
Yeah.
Well, we know there are multiple branching timelines now.
That's fucking sane, but like literally, I that would be.
Is anything
cool.
out of the question at this point?
Because think of it, the way he was looking at the ride watches, he's probably thinking, "I remember this day."
Do you know? I think
I remember.
I think I figured out why Chris hates this show. Because through this entire series, it has defied every expectation that he has had. And Chris does not like his expectations defied.
It's not just that they're defied, it's that they're defied in bullshit ways.
Well, that's because they're not your they're not your expectations.
And yeah, the show decides...
Okay, how about the fact that at one point they go visit young Soup, she shoots time stop powers at them, and they fucking dodge roll away!
That was funny.
They dodge roll!
My only thought was like,
stopping time!
I was like, that's not how time jacking works!
Also, before they go to 2058, Tsukasa's like, okay, I got 2 rules. Rule number 1, the choice might not be up to you. Number 2, no bananas on the strip.
What the fuck was that about?
This is Tsukasa being an ass.
Why bananas?
Because he's an ass.
Am I kidding?
Because he's Tsukasa, he's an asshole.
Han Solo's rule sounds a lot more sense. Biggest rule of all, don't look at it. Look at what? Anything.
You'll know.
But I just like, now anytime somebody gets time stopped, I'm going to be like, why didn't you dodge roll?
Right? Now that you know that's a thing, why hasn't anyone done that?
I was like, wait, They can dodge those?
Unhinged, no less!
Young Schwartz.
That's like a fucking Diablo 3 on Switch roll.
So, like, young Schwartz keeps, like, fucking with them and just keeps switching over to, like, older Schwartz.
Yeah,
He apparently knows what he looks like when he's older.
Haha! It was you all along, Hatler!
I went to the Madame Zola machine on the boardwalk, and now I'm big!
Now I wish Emily was here because I can make Hatler jokes all day.
I just bet
It was you and your laser blocking hat the whole time.
I would have laughed hilariously if Schwartz ended up growing up to become Narutaki.
Right? Or it was like his brother.
I'm surprised Narutaki hasn't shown up.
Right?
The last episode, you know the last episode is just going to be like Decade and Narutaki playing Dungeons and Dragons. And Decade is playing himself and Narutaki is playing Sogo.
Narutaki is Omazeo.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would be so happy if that's what was the case. That would be... I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if it makes 0 sense, I would laugh my ass off if Narutaki...
That would
was
fix so many problems with Decade. It's almost like they're secretly trying to fix Decade's ending.
Right?
You know, in a show and hope nobody noticed.
But Decade got a proper ending.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. In
Well, the
movie-
one where he
in
may or
movie
may
war.
not be like a tyrant from the future.
No, in the Movie War 2010 movie.
Yeah, which ended with him dying, coming back, and going, well, my journey's gonna continue, let's keep going.
Yeah,
At least-
see you in
at least
Wizard.
had an ending.
But it's funny that you mentioned the ending of Decade, because in this episode, they get swarmed by a bunch of all rando kaijins from the whole 20-year franchise.
Yeah, which was awesome.
And my immediate response
mirror
was,
monsters.
aw shit, here we go again. Quick, the end. Shoot Tsukasa in the back again so we can cut this shit show short.
It's like, oh no, Tsukasa died. It's like Tsukasa has gotten stabbed straight through the chest before. He'll be fine.
I just like when he puts the thing over, you see him just rolling around like he's reenacting his
Also,
death.
when he falls down, we have...
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah. But yeah, when Decade tanks that attack and falls down about to die, that one shot at him on the ground is the new Baron meme. The one meme of him, like, after he got damaged and falling on the ground, people are going to Photoshop that over everything now. And yeah, Tsukasa died, again.
For the second...
The next one's free.
Second time now. Yeah.
One more and I get a free sandwich.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, aw.
Oh, speaking of free sandwich, I got something to show the chat.
Continue
on.
So then
Ooh, Gates Vulcan armor.
Not bad. Man, let me ask the shot riser as the fucking shoulder.
Can I
It
introduce
should have
you
been the
guys
progress key.
to the bathroom burger?
Oh yeah, you just found that randomly?
Yeah, it was a burger in a Ziploc bag that somebody left in the bathroom.
So far, that makes a lot more sense in this episode.
At least it's protected.
So yeah, Schwartz's fucking amazing logic is, instead of just destroying all the worlds,
I'm gonna
separately,
accordion them together.
I'm gonna fuse them into one world and then just destroy. Because pretty much, I like to think his theory is destroying each individual world would take too long. Plus, he'd have to deal with the riders that defend each
That
world.
takes
Yeah,
too
like
long.
Decade. He learned from Decade.
So because he fuses all of them together. And, all the other riders are gone. There's just Zi-O and Gates and Waz.
Yeah,
he's pretty sure he can take on those guys himself.
But what about Gills? Freaking Delta?
They're-
all
The
the
timelines got
non-main
erased, remember? Riders don't exist in those worlds anymore.
But they only have the ride watches of said title main ride.
Well, G1
Schwartz
and Gills,
erased them.
if there was no Agato,
They're
it would
the
not have
singula-
caused the other beings to come
they're
into
the
place.
singularities of their world. Without them, everything else just gets unraveled.
Well, then
that's the
Aaron-
logic they're force feeding us.
Well, we already had Xeronos
I-
coming out normally because
I understand there are exceptions that should probably still exist even without their primary rider.
They'll build.
So we don't have time for that kind of writing.
They'll build. We wouldn't have Cross.
Yeah, but
Schwartz just
but we
picked
would-
and choose.
no, wait. Without Kuga, there's no G3. Yeah. I just thought of that. I'm like, yeah.
Think about it.
Oh,
Makes you think.
but wait. X8. Without X8.
Let's
you
not
still
spend
have-
time on this because it's fruitless at this
My
point.
eyes have gone cross-eyed.
Yeah.
So Dad shows up, and then he goes, "Oh, I got the Zi-O2 ride watch. I can just fucking warp." And then we just see fucking Scuzz go like back to life.
Cue that fucking one para dance song that gets memed a lot, like.
Yeah, right,
No,
right
you-
in the 90s.
You just get the Infinity Gauntlet. Get
I
the
was
time
dead
set.
for 5 minutes!
That's all it takes to lose oxygen to your brain.
So
5 minutes, right?
I don't know, something like that.
So...
But they undo it with time magic, so it never happened. And as soon as he uses the another Zi-O2 ride watch, it takes him over, and he immediately flips from, yeah, sure, I'll bring Tsukasa back to life, to, I'm gonna kill you!
Well, it's
again!
It's a side effect of the watch, he said it.
Yeah, the side effect is that.
He should have just, like, clicked it and then fucking yeet it.
I like that.
Yeah, yeet!
I like that Kaido's just like, yeah, we brought you back to life. We eat sea cucumbers now?
Haha, remember Decade, guys?
No, remember
that thing he said that means nothing?
Remember when they tried to tie Kaito into Tsukasa's past and then they just never went anywhere with it?
Yeah.
Gee, that's a familiar concept. Establishing the hint of a backstory and then completely dropping it.
Kamen Rider Decade was our huge inspiration for Zi-O.
The thing that I thought was funny is that Chris is like mad about all these contradictions, but they're fighting Chase, and they said, "How are you supposed to kill Kamen Riders in a world?"
All right, chase him.
And then it goes, "Ah!" And then I thought, "Holy shit, this is Chris trying to figure out the timeline."
Yeah, let's talk about that. My fucking boy Chase came back.
I'm just gonna say,
and he didn't bring Mock. I'm happy.
Agreed.
Bullshit. Gates Revive and Waz Ginga can get their asses handed to them by Machine Chaser.
Think of it this way.
I mean, he was using triple tune and slowdown.
But think of it this way. They've already been
Chaser's
fighting
that
like
good.
an army of mooks already.
Although I
exhausted.
will grant you that these two Waz Ginga already proved that he can outdo the slowdown in just his normal finally form. So I don't know why
dodged it.
I don't know why he had to switch to I like Waxay because blue form, but I don't know why he had to switch to Waxay to overcome the slowdown when he did it in finally form previously against another drive.
I hate Wazkinga.
I like it.
I hate it with a passion.
I don't like the cape, but I don't like capes.
No, I just like how it was just abruptly brought into the actual story.
Oh, no.
In the middle of a Kiva arc.
So you don't hate Waz Ginga, you hate Ginga.
No, I like Ultraman Gengar. He's kind of cool.
Kamen Rider Ginga.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that showed up for like...
The rider that's fucking solar powered?
That was only...
If there's no sun, he ain't fucking happening.
No, wait,
you mean
that
did they make
joke.
a series based on that Ultraman Super Nintendo game?
You mean Ultraman Great?
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, so the chase that comes here is one from the quote-unquote alternate reality of Drive where Kamen Riders never happened.
In which, yeah, it makes sense. Chase would still be around because, you know.
Yeah, and still be Machine Chaser.
Yeah, but wouldn't he be Proto Drive then?
No,
because Kamen Riders never happened.
But he was technically a Kamen Rider beforehand.
But he was a Roid Mute before he was a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, they didn't dub him a Kamen Rider yet, so he was kind of...
The order of events was Creation, Proto Drive, Machine Chaser, Chaser. So they took the Proto Drive and the Chaser parts out of the timeline, which means he went from Creation right to Machine Chaser.
Yeah, so, like, they fuck with his head and just go, like, no, you're Chaser. Like, your best friend was Shijima Go.
They did exactly
he was nobody's best friend.
They did exactly what they did in, excuse me for the weird reference, but in season 17 of Red vs. Blue with Washington, when they started fucking with timelines, and then they made him remember an event that didn't happen.
Did you say season 17?
Yes.
They're on the set.
Yes.
Holy
yes.
shit.
I stopped watching after the freelance.
They started fucking with timelines, just like Zi-O.
Well, alternate universes are easy with, like, do you know in Rick and Morty that technically halfway through the series they switched the Rick and Morty that they focus on?
Yes.
You heard about the ticket theory?
Oh, wait. There was one thing I wanted to bring up, and that's Gates mentioned Go. So before...
I love the way he says, Shijima Go!
Yeah, so apparently before the final arc starts...
The movie happens.
Yeah, the movie happens in between Another World and the final arc. So that confirms how...
Shijima Go!
But yeah, there's a downside, though, to
Shijima, go fuck
Tsukasa
yourself.
taking...
Also, I have to call
watch.
bullshit on Waz in this episode. Mr. I have all of the history of Rider in my book doesn't know that Chase was not human. That's bullcrap.
Well, you also gotta remember freaking...
He downloaded the wrong wiki.
Like, Gates and Tsukiyomi knew half the riders.
That's because they were terrible history students. Waz has a literal Wikipedia book in his hand.
Yeah, but he's on the last 3 pages. We don't got
Well,
time
maybe he
for
just
that.
didn't memorize that part. Maybe if he looked it up, he'd have it. But, you know, like, Chris, you got some books here. Do you know everything in them?
What if Waz just...
All right.
Wait, there are no books. Oh, no, there's the entire Harry Potter series, I stand corrected.
Yeah, that's my
I was
collection.
going to say, not mine.
Yeah,
grandmother gave those to me.
But there's a downside, though, to Tsukasa taking the Decade Ride Watch, and that's since he took his own powers back,
Grand Zi-O's
gone.
Yeah,
I laughed so hard at that.
No. But yes, we get the thing that I was so excited for. Decade Kamen Rides into Kamen Rider Zi-O, and even Sogo's like, the fuck?
Can he do that? Is that legal?
Let me check the script.
Is this okay?
And then we have Zi-O and Zi-O versus Zi-O.
Uh,
Hey, remember in episode 2.5 when they said that a rider power can't coexist multiple times?
but that's about the original Another Riders. These are different Another Riders.
Zi-O can coexist as many times as
These are a brother riders.
Yeah, these are a new Another Riders.
And technically,
A rider from another brother.
technically, Decade's just pretending to be Zi-O. He's not actually Zi-O.
I know, but it's just so funny to look at that. That's been memed about all day in the Discord.
Mirror Zi-O back. I miss him.
Right? What the fuck is that? Let's just make him fucking.
Oh wait,
that.
he's the Zi-O 2 ride watch now.
Yeah.
Well, remember, he merged with Sogo to make the Zi-O 2 Ride Watch.
Tunnel, get your fucklers out of here! This is the no fuckler zone.
But yeah,
I'm just kidding.
it's like, alright, how do we end this episode? Army. And saying it's the end of the world. I'm starting to
Well,
notice...
it's like, what, 2 episodes left? Of course it's the fucking end of the world.
Yeah, but I'm starting to notice a trend with recent Kamen Rider series that every finale always has to be about the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like, XA did it, Bill did it.
Well, no, this was different. It's
world
the end of
changing.
all of the worlds.
I would say Build having the end of the world is justified because this was a monster from space who has the power of black holes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and this
Can I
one's
just
like,
go? Can I go on a tangent for a second? All the things that I liked about the Cross Sea movie. End of list. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That
But
movie was terrible.
I'm not going to comment on that. I enjoyed it. But anyways, going back to Tsukasa apparently breaking his powers in half like a fucking Kit Kat bar.
Just eat that shit that's whole. Don't break it.
I still think that shit is bullshit.
Give me a break, break me off a piece of that decade
powers.
No, it's gonna decade.
What's next? Fies is gonna take his cell phone and snap it in half and hand the other half to Keitaro?
Forza's just gonna chuck his belt into lava. Oh wait, he did that already.
Only half of it. Just ding ding!
I'm Tuesday now!
So it's like, what's happening to the timelines? This happens in the Discord chat.
Tuesday! Tuesday! Oh yeah!
Ooh yeah!
What the fuck is that? Is
It's
that Optimus Prime with Kabuto?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Kamen Rider Prime.
What?
Alright.
No, that's dumb.
Eh.
Stupid.
All spark I eat it.
Clock off.
Anyways, can we talk about the better show?
But yeah, so next week, Kamen Rider Zi-O Trinity fights Zi-O again.
I can picture how I split my my Kamen Rider powers.
And Sogo reveals he's a rider to his uncle. Oh no!
He'll be like, no shit, Sogo. I fixed a fucking time traveling train.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Sogo. I'm you.
Oh my god.
Bah.
If Gar's right and the uncle is Sogo from another timeline, just like you see Sogo, he's just like classic. You just see Uncle just walk up behind him. He's like, "Give me your driver. It's finally time I try this myself."
Time to make up for my regrets.
Yeah, and just transforms into Zi-O beats Zi-O.
No. This is what's gonna happen. It's gonna reveal to be the uncle, and he has his own Grand Zi-O ride watch.
Oh,
And
Grand Zi-O.
yeah, and it's like, take this. You're gonna need it. And it's just like, but I'm you from like another timeline.
Fucking why not?
And it's like Tsukasa sent me to what he believed was the perfect world.
We're all Kamen Rider Zi-O. I will eat you.
I am ready for the show to do whatever the fuck it wants, and it clearly is.
Not now, Sogo.
As long as we end it with a just mass erasure. Just
What's Zi-O? What's Gates? Nothing happened. So it's like, we hope you enjoyed this entire year of nothing.
also, I like that Grand Zi-O used the Zanvat sword, the Verizon sword, and the trailer
He
hose.
didn't do the thingy though with the fucking Zombat sword.
What's the thing?
The jerk off motion. Yeah, that. But yeah, I like they used the Verizon sword in the Formula Cannon. That was awesome.
It's the trailer hoe.
Whatever.
Well, speaking of hoes,
Kaboom!
So the episode opens with Melt discovering the internet and going, "Ah!"
No, he discovers apparently fish are just...
I know, but like I paused the episode at that point and it looked like he was just surprised to discover the internet.
Pretty sure they have Ryusoulger tribe internet.
The fish are missing? What is this, Golgum? Golgum! That literally sounds like something. We will make the fish go... Wait, they had an episode like that!
I was gonna say, like, they
made all the tuna disappear because they wanted people to get upset. And they were making, like, super-powered items out of the tuna's, like, protein.
Yeah, like, they said that all the fish were missing, and my immediate reaction was, just a fucking Gorgon
Oh my god, you have that written down!
Yeah, I wrote it!
But yeah, well, Golgum made a river flow backwards. That was one of their plans.
So, I just want to talk about the one only good thing I actually enjoyed about this episode, and it was the fact that... Find out what Geysorg is? Apparently it was a thing of armor built by the Ryusoulger tribe ancestors to fight Drudons.
So he's an ancient prototype Ryusoulger!
And then he...
Ryusoul Violet confirmed!
He's proto-drive. Ryusoulger. Oh god, and then he gains his own sentience, and then...
Or he's Master Olive, like
Chase.
I'm saying. He is Chase.
Also, you were right about Ui's dad.
Yay! Called it!
I just want the thing that got me. Okay, so people coming back from the dead. Ui's mother just walks right back in, and the father was like, "Okay, your dead mother is back, but I'm just gonna go with it because I don't want to break you emotionally."
Yeah,
like called uncle, from Zi-O's like, "Yeah, my dead wife is back. Yeah, my son, my nephew's a Kamen Rider. What do? Well, if we ask any questions, we break them emotionally. Just go with it."
My advice for you, Uncle, run!
But the thing is, I have to give the father credit. The actor looked like he was struggling not to lose it.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is, you got to think of it this way: you're this guy who's been a single father raising this obvious social degenerate. And her strange friends that she showed up with one day,
who are now living in her house for free.
So he's been going through some tough times. All of a sudden, his beloved life, the light of his life, is back, and he's just like, I'm okay with pretending this is.
I'm gonna be low key about this.
Hold on.
Yeah, that.
Lane.
I like how we both had JonTron reactions to this
Doesn't
week.
this sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
A mother's gone from the picture.
Uh-huh.
You got a single father doing his own business. He has a child who's with a bunch of superheroes. And then the mother magically returns and he's not questioning it. Isn't this Ultraman Rube?
Oh my god, it is Ultraman Rube.
Whoa! There's a fucking robo-dinosaur in the den.
Yeah.
This is nothing. Also, why not? And this one of those things is this is probably some kind of fucked up thing. But my wife is back and she's cooking dinner. If I ask questions, does she cease to exist?
If I ask questions, do I not get food?
Okay, Blaze, what do you mean they brought it up in episode 2?
Oh, the whole set thing. Because, I'm going to send this video to my dad. And it's just when you see, Set seeing black and green, you see a little stalk, you see a little light in his pocket go up, as in, a text message going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just called it because he seemed awfully knowledgeable about things that were of relevance to them throughout a few episodes.
Gar had actually a good point.
I don't care what you're talking about. I'm just looking at sex picture of Asuna in the chat.
Yeah.
How the fuck we would have noticed? Oh, we got a text message in his pocket. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking, who the fuck's this mysterious robed guy?
Which I'm upset that's not Dan Moriboshi's actor.
I'm surprised I was wrong that was Geysorg, unless I'm not wrong. Who knows?
I just like to think right now.
I mean, the suit
every time Blaze is
massive.
typing anything in capital letter, in all caps, he's just furious, like that's Blaze right now. I am.
No, he's not even typing. He just has a mic on, just screaming.
Oh, it's those people where they're texting how they're really fucking pissed off, but you just see their faces. They're just I'm really mad right now.
Very mad at
emotion. But, Tank Joe's back. So Tank
Joe, I love it.
Crayon was okay. That was actually really touching.
Coming back. Something's wrong here.
That was a really touching reunion.
Yeah, right.
Do I still get my points? Oh yeah, they carried over. In fact, you get 5 million points for coming back. 500 million.
500 million.
Oh yeah, he's
and then they actually went okay, so adding this to your existing total, we cut with adding for recession and tax.
I was like, hey, we're having a moment here. Leave us alone.
No Wiseru at all.
Wiseru like fucked off again.
Good.
But what I was gonna say is, now that we we brought up earlier the fact that the red, blue, and pink have been freeloading off of this YouTuber lady. You know what we haven't brought up? Where the fuck do green and black live?
Out in the woods.
Fucking why not at this point?
He is Link.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that wouldn't it be funny if they're living in the kebab truck?
Oh, with Ultraman Jack?
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking the wise master? Who the fuck knows?
Who apparently was sneaking burgers from outside, according to the newly revived Master Pink.
Bombus stabs people for money.
Yeah, like, I know we're gonna find out why in the next episode, but like, what the fuck? Why are they back?
Oh no!
Oh,
we already know. It's
rage
because of the fucking raptors.
Oh.
Okay.
They control life and death.
Well, next thing you're gonna tell me is that freaking the sun rays with like space rays are making everyone come back to life.
Just making 2D images 3D images. What the fuck?
Go listen to Ultra Ranger. We talk about weird fucking shit.
Ultraman's weird.
I mean, we talk about weird fucking shit here.
Yeah, but this is 60s weird shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's like on its own fucking level.
gold.
Own
Sure.
tier.
It's on that HNL.
So then we get the Canalo just like talking to Moserex, and you know they have to keep a nice long shot of his hand just
In the stream of piss.
stream of water, and it's like, all right, we get it. We know how his gimmick works.
I just wanted to pour like some Mountain Dew on himself one week.
I think
the
it's
thing
only
is,
water.
Yeah, I think the thing is he has to have
There's
a
water in
constant
Mountain Dew.
stream of water hitting him to keep constant
I'm
communication.
surprised.
Then he goes into 7-Eleven.
He can't just go straight on his hand and then he talks to Moserex.
No, goes into 7-Eleven, hits the button, puts his hand on it.
Oh, it's cold, sticky.
Sticks his hand in one of the drink dispensers. I was gonna say I don't know why he doesn't just like carry a water bottle with him.
I want one day where he has to talk to Moserex and he has no choice but to stick his hand in the toilet. That'd be
And
amazing.
he's like, I can't hear you. Then he hits the flush. And
Oh yeah, that's better.
Moserex, I'll talk to you later.
No, then like it's a Japanese toilet, so it's gonna spray the bidet at him.
Like he flushes. All right, now I can hear you.
Sorry, bad reception.
Did you leave a Moserex Decker?
And then we get the most fucked up thing in this episode where fucking Canalo meets Master Pink, immediately fucking gets thirsty for her and goes, hey, are you free? Oh yeah, I'm free, but I've been dead before too. It's no big deal.
I'm into that.
I like how for Canalo, somebody being dead is not a deal breaker.
Right?
At this
Like,
point,
I know it's not necrophilia, but...
No, you know what? It might be because he was so into that they like put this beautiful background like they're on the fucking Moon Kingdom. Like,
Are we forgetting the fact?
I found my dream woman.
Are we forgetting the fact that she was kind of into it too?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well,
Just like,
it makes
fuck it. How long am I gonna be alive? Might as well get fucked.
Like he's young. You know?
there is no sex in the afterlife.
Now, what I don't
When
understand...
everyone said made room for Jesus, they weren't joking.
Yeah, he tries to get on everything.
Oh no.
But,
Hey,
like...
what are you guys doing?
But, like, why did just Master Pink come back? Why did Master Blue and
Because
Master...
It was random.
Because Master Blue and Master Red have already shown up again.
Yeah, it
So
was
now
her
it's her
turn.
turn.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, union,
And
like afterlife union representative.
I love that Orb in our chat is like Sogo and Canalo have both been MILF hunters.
Also, still no Oto. I'm sad.
I'm happy. She
Where's
can
Oto?
stay wherever the fuck she is.
She's a 13-year-old.
You know what? You know what would be? You know what I'm gonna call it? She's gonna come back later, played by a different actress that's of age,
I got older!
and
My
she's
God.
gonna be the Purple Ranger.
Imagine she...
Well, guys,
You know what? I would be okay with that.
This is a dinosaur-themed Sentai. It wouldn't be the first
Aging
time.
Soul!
Well, okay. What was the seventh?
Ryusoulger? Violet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the purple armor that's probably going to become the
No,
powers of the new Ranger?
Violet was the ninth.
Who was before that?
Sorry.
There was also Cyan Gray.
Purple-
Yeah, but they
Age
don't.
one.
They were like legacy Rangers.
Yeah. Anyways, you know the number doesn't matter.
Ramirez.
I think she was 9 if I remember the emblems right.
Yeah, she was 9.
Yeah, purple was a plesiosaur. What is Moserex?
A Mosasaur.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Remember Jurassic World, the giant sea thing that went... Rah, rah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
That.
Toba speak.
But what you're saying about Oto being Ryusoul Violet, I would be totally okay with that if she did come back older.
There is a rumor that there will be one more Ryusoulger being white.
Oh, a white one maybe.
Ooh,
Oh yeah. We talked about the the mayor lady who had the white Ryusoulger jewel.
Oh, yeah, the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss her. She was awesome.
I can see her coming back in Ryusoulger white.
So yeah, then we get introduced to the black raptor armor, which
The Shadow Raptor.
I will say, the fucking armor looks amazing on
Love it.
gold. Like the black and gold are.
And the fucking star speckling on it.
Yeah.
Fucking gorgeous.
I noticed something as well this episode. No Wiseru and no Monster of the Week.
Oh yeah.
No Minosaur.
Yeah, no Minosaur.
It's like they were trying to actually make a plot.
Oh my god.
I also pointed that they could easily use this episode in Power Rangers later on.
Yeah.
Instead of killing Tank Joe, use this footage of him with the Sixth Ranger and be like, oh, yeah, we'll fight again.
Yeah. We'll black hole him away, and then he'll be banished to the Shadow Realm.
And I swear, when
Comes back with a mustache.
When Tank Joe was fighting the Megazords, I swear they were reusing fight scenes from the episode.
I
that he died
completely
in.
believe that.
Because you never see both of the mechs fighting him at the same time.
All right, we should probably get back to the episode here.
I am talking about the episode.
Yeah.
I know, but we still have to talk about that other thing we watched.
Yeah.
What other thing?
The feature topic.
Yeah, the feature topic.
We're not done yet.
So anyway,
This isn't Rio August.
So anyway, Tank Joe comes back with some new tricks. He has these new Robotnik bombs that when they get cut, they let out explosive volcano gas, which lets the Ryusoulger's attacks get immediately reflected back at them. And I gotta say, that was pretty clever.
And apparently, I'm just going to outstink it.
Asuna, stop trying to science. You're terrible at it.
Just do food. You're good at food.
Good at eating it.
And sweating.
Yeah.
And then...
Can we get sexy Asuna back in chat?
The black...
Sweaty Asuna?
the black armor looks cool.
Oh my god, I love it.
I like the sparkles on it.
That's what I was saying.
London Tipton probably designed it.
Yay me! Yay me!
God damn it.
Itchy. Only I may laugh.
Oh yeah, Tank Joe makes a comment about Crayon, like, only I may laugh.
But he's not even mad. He's like, oh, it's back the way it was.
I'm just glad you're back!
And then, so, we get a Megazord fight, and, Gar made a notice that I think they just kept reusing old Tank Joe footage.
Yeah.
Again, he just said that.
I just said that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's a Friday.
No, I didn't hear him say that! He was talking about the armor!
No, before that.
Yeah, anyway.
Sorry.
We'll beat him the same way we did last time. It didn't work.
So apparently the reason Master Pink decided to go along with Canalo was because she apparently, smelled the darkness soul on him and decided to almost wall rape him in order to steal it.
And Canalo's like, I'm going with this!
I'm into this!
I have other ones in other pockets.
What's with females in tokusatsu trying to reach into the main protagonist's pocket to take out their transformation device? First Ryuki, episode final, now this.
Well,
Yeah.
Gar, when a girl really likes a boy, sometimes she has to get access to his pee-pee.
PP Soul!
PP Soul.
And then he henshins, and that's how babies are made.
And we call that rider puberty.
Oh yeah, there's also a white raptor.
Yes, the Siren Raptor.
The raptor bros.
Yeah. I think together they're called the Cosmo Raptor.
Okay, I've got a bad joke.
Alright.
So we've got 2 pink rangers and the stink bomb. Does that mean that we have 1 the stink and 2 pinks?
Damn it.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
Oh, that's why she didn't henshin.
Yeah, 1 in the stink, 2 pinks.
So then we see Set again because earlier Master Pink looks at Yui's dad and is like, wait, I know you!
No, you don't.
And Gar had an interesting theory about Set.
I'm just reading Chris's notes out of context. Gold pulls out.
Yep.
Set shows up in which he unmasks himself, and it is Ui's dad. I can't remember his name.
Tatsui.
Yeah, Tatsui. But he's wearing a bandana and has a different voice. And I'm like, he's possessed, isn't he?
That's my thought, and I love that he just has a bandana that says "party" on it.
And it's like, I'm not going to explain to you everything because that might break your brain, and I don't want to do that. I'm just going to go with it.
No, he's definitely possessed.
Yeah, it definitely seems. It seems like it's a two minds in one body thing.
Are you possessed? You have to tell us if you are.
Oh,
that's entrapment.
What if he's also Geysorg? Because remember, Geysorg's armor possesses people.
Yeah, but it possesses on top of them.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe at night or another
We
part
haven't
of the
seen
day.
we haven't seen the young girl since Geysorg came back. Maybe she's in there.
If it was her, the armor would be smaller.
Or maybe she's getting bigger.
Well, remember Turbo?
Yeah.
You're right.
It's Oto's Geysorg.
See, you're right, but fuck you.
I need Jen to find some cool armor.
It could be anyone we haven't seen.
Cool, then she'll have done something useful, maybe.
Oh.
Now I'm just thinking, blue Turbo Lightning figure, and the accessory pack is you can make them smaller.
Yeah. Well, theoretically, it could be anyone we haven't seen in some time.
I would love them to do Turbo Blue, because then you can just put Justin's head on the adult blue body.
Yeah, no, they'll come with Justin's head. So yeah, honestly, like, I'm not saying this episode was entirely bad. It just,
This was better than a lot of recent episodes.
It was better. Like,
We are approaching the plot. The plot is in sight.
Yeah.
There is hope for the series.
Incoming plot.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Good episode.
let's talk about the third Ninja Turtles movie. Is it?
I think we need a little help on this one. I'm going to see who is available on the dark web to help us with this review. They're sending somebody over now.
Da 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 da! We're live! Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga!
I didn't know Shadowcaster was in this picture.
Perhaps I could be a semblance.
We haven't seen you in a while. Are you guys Org?
He's wearing purple.
Get him!
Yes, it is I.
It's Northcaster!
Yes, I'm back.
Oh my god!
Yes, kiss the rings.
You're not wearing any rings.
I'm good.
Not this ring.
Not on his fingers.
Oh, okay. So I gotta kneel to print the Prince Albert. Anyway, your car. Cell or whatever cast ranger you are. I'm new. We're gonna cover a Ninja Turtles live action film. You down for that?
I am so fucking down for that. I love the 1990 Ninja Turtles film. It's so dark.
No. We already did that one.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Secret of the Ooze. Great. Like, it's stupid, but it's fun.
Oh, no, we did that last week.
So, what?
Yeah, we're gonna do that other one.
No!
Yes.
No, God, please, no!
Yeah.
No, God! No!
That was completely improv. We didn't think of that before at all.
I'm leaving. I'm not doing this.
No.
Oh, come on.
Fuck you!
The door's locked.
God damn it.
Sit the fuck down, Cell!
Yeah, you're just a little bit trapped.
Sit on the floor.
We had to watch it, so do you.
We didn't know you were coming, but I still locked the door
Yes, somehow.
from the outside.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm back
so we're talking
for
about
this.
So we're talking about the 1993 TMNT movie.
Turtles in Time.
It's not Turtles in
It
Time.
says that on the box.
All right. Pass me this. Okay, so for Cowabungust, we were watching these movies on this four movie box set, and for some reason, for Ninja Turtles 3, it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time.
I actually looked this
but
up.
it's just called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Only in North America was it not called that. That was the international title.
Also, it's clearly for the tie-in with the Super Nintendo game Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time.
So why does it suck?
Hey, that's the best game.
No, I meant the movie.
Yeah.
It's funny because I found this out.
It's just like Sonic Boom.
Well, like,
In reverse.
Well, the best part of the film is at the beginning when you see the New Line logo.
Twice.
Yeah.
for some reason, and everyone had their own personal moments where we all went, Mortal Kombat! That. I mean, you can't see that logo and not think of that, or the Nightmare on Elm Street thing like I do. Sorry. Or Lord of the Rings.
Wait, New Line Cinema did Lord of the Rings?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, they did.
Anyway, so, can I just quickly say, like, a quick thing about the first two films?
Yeah,
like, in all seriousness?
Yeah, go nuts.
I genuinely love the first one. I think it's a really underrated movie, like, in terms of, like, you wouldn't expect you'd get that level of acting out of those suits, you know, but you really do. And it's nice and dark and moody, the music, mwah. Yeah. The second one, thank God I saw it as a child. Because that would not be a good movie if you watch that for the first time as an adult, I think. Like, it'll be silly, but you can't call it a good movie, you know what I mean? But it will forever have a soft spot in my heart.
Soft Sparta?
It has a soft Sparta. We are watching Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, there's Tom's fan art of the week.
Oh, somebody mentioned Leonardo, so I had to...
Anyway, movie proper, Ninja Turtles 3. It's been called the worst one.
You know, I can kind of see why.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna say? I was dreading this. I was actually thinking, like, man, if I can't get here in time and I miss half that movie, no big deal. I haven't seen that movie in like at least 15 years.
Same.
I sat down, and you know what? I didn't hate it as much as I used to.
It's not the worst thing ever.
No, you know what? You know what I found? What I was focusing on is not how the plot was really shitty, not how the turtles are barely working together, but just the jokes that work. Like that moment when like those guys are at the wagon and then they fall down and then the turtles get up, like they did like that ninja switcheroo.
Yeah,
that was great. Some of the jokes are great. You know, like it's just.
But do you know what's not great?
What?
The suits.
Oh my god!
They are so bad in this movie. I don't know if you guys mentioned this in the first 2 episodes. Do you know who made the suits?
The Jim Henson.
Jim fucking Henson, the master of puppets.
Yeah.
This time around, no.
Yeah. So while this movie was in development, Disney was actually in the middle of buying Jim Henson Company. Mm-hmm. So you know, it's all nope, can't use them. So what are we gonna do? Hey, who are the guys that made the Short Circuit movie? That random company that's only acknowledged for that 1-2 movies?
Yeah, let's get him for...
You know the
which I've never heard of.
You know the funny thing is if you switch it, if you took this level of animatronics and you put it in the first one, the strength of that movie would have sold these ones. They would have been fine. It's just the fact that the ones before were better.
That's what I mean. It's like... And here, there's actually an interesting... it's like the House of Usher, how these suits fall apart. Like, the first one, they are amazing. Like, they are so articulate, and they look alive. The second one, I don't know if you noticed this, but to save cost, except for their heads, they're all the exact same body type. It's the same suit for all 4 of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, in the first movie, they made a point of, like, okay, like, Leonardo, he's a bit more, like, he's like a sword wielder, so he'd have a bit more strong in the arms. Raphael, he's, like, big buff guy, you know? They all have a different body type. The second one, though, they needed to save money, so they're all the same body type. It's just the heads that look kind of different.
Yeah, because Mikey was shorter in the first one.
Exactly. And in this one, they look like fucking frogs. Like,
yeah.
Which
is great, because at one point, Donnie almost eats a frog and worries that it was an ancestor.
What the fuck does that make any sense?
There is only one improvement, actually, that I noticed, is the shells themselves were more solid and had a better shape to them. But that was it. Everything else wasn't
like
as good.
you can see seams everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and you can see like it happens. So you can make a drinking game out of this. The amount of times you see like so the actors can see they have these holes like under the turtle's eyes. You could see that like 50% of the time.
Yeah,
and it seemed like it was adjustable. Like some takes would have it different. Like it's almost like they're pulling it.
Any take where the actor didn't need to see where they were looking.
And this is a personal problem I have with the film. Like, look, I love me some Corey Feldman, but the voice actor who did Donatello in the second movie, that's my Donatello.
Yeah.
I really, like,
And he was one of very few returning members for this movie.
What are you talking about? I like Corey Feldman.
I mean, like, this was just about when Corey Feldman...
I need some veal scalpini! You know, little Parmesan.
Attaboy.
You gotta move the phalanges and use the cross vector. It's equal matter exchange, man.
Who knew Donatello was a fucking alchemist?
Well, like
that's Star Trek level techno.
And here's the funny thing too is like, look, because this was I think the point when Corey Feldman was really starting to hit the drugs in real life.
So this was the point in Corey Feldman's career that was analogous to Vanilla Ice's point of his career when he did Turtles 2.
Yes.
They went back in time to try to get his credibility.
I know this isn't the case, but I would love to have believed if he was so desperate for money that he was actually in the Donnie suit. I'll get paid extra.
Guys, I'll do both.
You know what it was?
You only have to pay me once.
They were filming in Astoria, Oregon, and he just happened to be in the Starbucks. And they were like, "Hey, you want to be Donnie?" It's like, "You gonna pay for this bill?" Yeah. All right, let's go.
What point we're watching
right now?
I'll
take my wish back. This is my wish. It didn't come true. This is mine. I'm keeping it. I'm taking it back.
At one point in the movie, Sel was like,
"Can I get a thumbs up for my Corey Feldman impression?"
Sel was like, "Oh, is this filmed in Japan?" And I looked up. No, it was filmed in Astoria, Oregon.
I mean, it looks like it.
Oregon. Isn't that the place where freaking Bruno lives?
Isn't that the place with all the dysentery?
That too.
But the funny thing about Corey Feldman, though, This was after he got out of rehab.
And also before he went back.
Maybe it's the reason he went back. So I had a relapse, man. I thought I was a turtle again.
Only one of these turtles is Corey Feldman.
I was standing out behind the building, and this guy came out, and he's like, handed me a bunch of crack cocaine, and he said, "Have fun."
And that man's name was Corey
Go
Haim.
play.
Tetsu's my drug dealer, man.
Anyways, so you want to know how something is ingrained in everyone's soul? So the movie opens, Japan, 1603, and you see a sunrise, all of us, all at once.
That was more live action than the current movie.
It's funny, because that was before Lion King.
Holy shit, you're right. Lion King ripped this off.
Oh my god! Some royalties are owed.
Well,
First Kimba the
yeah, exactly. That's not the last thing.
This is where your art film kids are going to get some boners right now. That shot is actually, it might not be ripped off, but there's an actual African movie from the 80s called Yilin, which opens with that shot on the African savannah of a sunrise. It gets the whole frame.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, Disney steals. Who knew?
My god,
he's got to lay off the ooze, man.
So, who's our main character in this movie? The Turtles? No, kind of. I don't fucking know. April is actually, more or less.
Who comes into the sewer looking like she just finished recording the Grease movie.
Or Indiana Jones.
And hey guys, I'm wearing an androgynous outfit just in case a guy switches place with me that happens to be the same size as me, including my shoes.
I think it would have been funny if she was like in a dress or something.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Maybe that was like the actor's stipulation. He's like, I'm not wearing a fucking dress.
I just like either April's got really big feet or that guy's got really small feet.
He is Japanese.
Whoa.
You know what? I'm completely.
You know what they say about the man with tiny feet? He travels in time easily.
I am totally taking this from James Rolfe when he talked about this movie, but he had such a good point about this. The Turtles' introduction to this movie is so lame. Like, do you think about the first two? Like, the first one is so cool and amazing.
And they also, like, you think you're going to see them, and then title.
Yeah.
Wait for it, here they are.
And then the second one, they jump, and you're ready, you're in the action.
You're like,
this one, subway train, we're here!
We're dancing!
And our fucking teeth are about to fall out of our head.
Oh my god, there were so many
horrifying.
There's so many moments where you see them, like, flashing their teeth, and it's fucking nightmare fuel.
They get rice samurai guy. Like, he's like, he just shows them the teeth and the bad animatronic. He's like, fuck, I'm out of here.
No, fuck this shit. So, yeah. Oh, and then, a Splinter puppet, because apparently Splinter wasn't there, shows up. He's like,
we couldn't afford this bottom half.
Did he even have another hand? I can't remember.
No, he has two hands, but only one moves.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't remember seeing two hands.
Like, we do see his feet and his tail for one shot, but it's because he's sitting down. So he's not even standing up all the way.
He might as well have had Casey Jones's hand up his ass.
Maybe he did. Well, those turtles were gone most of the time.
Speaking of Casey Jones, one of the only other returning actors.
Yeah. You know what
was absent from the second one.
When I was younger and watching this movie, I was really excited that Casey Jones was back, but disappointed that he doesn't really do anything. Watching it now, the Casey Jones subplot was my favorite part of the film.
Yeah, because he's not.
I liked the bonding he was doing with these guys,
right?
Teaching them how to play hockey. And I was just like, you know what? Like, this is
wholesome.
The best. Yeah, this is great. This is a good way to have him back.
You know what was funny too, though, because like we were talking throughout the movie, we were talking about the suits because it's so hard not to look at the suits in this movie. That's the point.
They look like, I mean, maybe it's because they're teenagers, but the spots on them were so pronounced in the suits that I'm like, are they going through fucking turtle puberty?
Look at Wazatello. I actually make a joke about I was actually predicting this. Look at it large. Leonardo's very small, but I actually look at his head.
Oh yeah,
and his face. I actually drew them and I inked them.
And near the end of the movie, Donatello, I was like, wait, does he have zits? Like, what is the paint job was so bad. But it got to a point where we were saying, okay, the suits are bad, so bad, and I can't remember who said it, but someone said, but they're not that bad, are they? Like, they look okay in some shots. And I'm like, yeah, when they're like in the background, and then the movie switched to a background, we're just 100 yards away. Raphael's that looks fine.
Yeah, and my comment was at least they look better in the armor because we get to see less of the actual.
I'm sure that was the point.
Yeah,
but the thing that got me is that in the original suits, like, I was looking for fault in the suits from the first two, and the only thing I was able to find, other than times you can see in the mouth and see the actor's face.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's a gaffe. But the thing is, like, there's times where they obviously don't have all four of the turtles' faces linked up to the animatronics, so some of them are in the background just kind of using body language and their faces and changing. But the thing is, any turtle that you have the camera on and the animatronics are on, it is smooth. Like, and they weren't trying too hard. Like, there were only two different types of mouth movements.
That's what I'm saying. They were definitely not trying hard.
No, but I mean, in the first two, the movements were like Muppets. They were so organic looking, you didn't notice that their lips weren't moving.
Exactly.
It's
Like
just the mouth was moving, and they sold it.
It was
this
moving.
one. They put in this, like, their mouths can go into different shapes, and it's jarring. And I can't really describe it because this is an audio thing.
The lip syncing.
But instead of sounding like, you know how like speech sounds like, it was like.
It was like a badly dubbed anime.
Yeah. Well, the like they just literally like it's. The movements of their mouth wouldn't transition into the other movements, so it's just this jarring...
Here's how I put it. They looked like Billy Mouth bats. Remember those things?
Yeah.
Like the way their mouths move.
You know what they look like? They look like animatronic creatures in the Hall of Presidents. Like,
I was literally... You can't see me doing this, but at one point in the movie, I was literally going, like... Hello, welcome to the Hall of Presidents.
Try the churros.
Try the churros.
And the thing is...
I'm Donald Trump.
I can almost tell you that the perpetual motion, whatever, with the effects people, were probably really proud of what they were trying. Because they're probably like, I can bet you if there's behind the scenes, like, oh, well, we're going to be able to articulate lip movements.
You wonder if this was their first rodeo?
You know what? If these had shown up at like an 8th grader's birthday party, you know,
amazing.
It would have been the best.
The coming out of our shell ones look better.
Let's not say things we can't take back.
No, I mean the mouth.
Dangerous.
No, I'm talking about the mouth movement.
Okay, yeah.
Because those suits are so cheap that they're literally just flapping their mouth.
You know what's funny, though? You know what they did in this movie? Skip some stones.
They did fucking do that.
But no,
let me ask you, Gar, you finish.
No, I was just going to comment on what Tom was talking about. Yeah, in the first two movies, the lip syncing's kind of off just a tiny bit, but it's not as bad as this one.
This one is...
Where, like, their mouths are moving
I think
so
Tom
fast.
nailed it. Like, where they probably only had, like, 3 or 4 movements they could do.
And one of them was creepy smile.
Oh, those smiles.
Oh.
Well, the other ones, their eyes could open and close to different lengths, and they did squints, and they did that. And the mouths were very simple open-close, but different amounts of open-close. But they were really, like, tight. And they sold... So the body language sold what the mouth lacks. In this one, it seems they were doing less body language. So a lot of them, they were just standing there and just letting the mouths do all these movements. And though they were linking up perfectly with what they were saying, there were just too many motions and it looked fake. And the teeth, since...
The fucking
now,
teeth.
They've always had those fucking teeth because they had the grinning teeth on the toys. But the whole thing is, the lips didn't used to peel back from the teeth.
It was so bad.
You would only see the teeth in the original suits
under the lips, like where they belong.
So you would never see more than half of the teeth. Whereas these ones, if they went to do a sneer, the lips peel back and shows you all of the teeth, inclling gums.
The only worst
the only worst suits are in the "We Wish You a Turtle Christmas," where when they talk, like the mouth goes up, like so, like all you see are gums.
Yeah,
it's gross.
Oh yeah, they just flip. Yeah, those ones are terrible.
Do you know what's something I noticed in this movie too? That like I'd have to watch the other two again to see if this was as bad. But the fucking bandanas, they looked like they were made of plastic in this movie. The first two, they looked like
the bandanas look perfect in the first two.
Yeah, they looked like actual cloth.
Like, I was watching someone's video of it in which he brings up a good point, which I'm going to comment on about what he said. They look too clean.
That isn't, yeah.
They look too clean for
me. They don't look like
fucking suit.
Like the bodysuits, though they're the same, there's nothing wrong other than the really pronounced like spots. The suits look okay, but the problem is they are too clean and they're too uniform. Yeah. Like they look too good.
They're all. Well, I'm not going to say that. But anyway,
no, I mean too good is in too perfect. Like
okay,
not real.
All right. So what was the plot of this movie?
So April's going on a trip in which she found a time travel device.
Yeah, she apparently picked up this random time scepter staff from an antique shop.
You could argue that it was meant for her. It was like part of
destiny or something. Hold on though. Wait a minute, Lane. here we have a trilogy of films. The first one, everyone loves. It's dark, it's cool, it's a throwback to something people like. The second one, it's pretty divided with everyone because it tried to please everyone, therefore pleasing no one. And the third one has time travel. This is the new Star Wars trilogy.
No.
The third one's not time traveling.
I'd like to
the writer is the guy who did Dawn of Justice. It's gonna be so bad.
More like Donatello of Justice.
Or no, Donnie's gonna show up.
I'd like to clarify that at this point, the third movie of the new Star Wars trilogy has not happened. Cell is just torturing Lane with the theory that it will include time travel.
Now, here's the funny thing is we were just talking about the bullshit of Zi-O's time travel. Now, though there were some minor problems, the time travel makes sense. It's you have to send... how many people if you send back, you have to bring back those approximate size people. The whole idea is that it was
I'd like to ask why, but that really doesn't matter.
You know what,
that's fine.
It was two linked moments in time where it was destined for them to go back there. They happened to switch with a prince in the middle of a Romeo and Juliet story, basically.
Yeah, by the way, his name is Kenshin.
Which is a very common name.
As in Roroni?
This is before Roroni.
I know.
But anyway, so it was the whole thing is it was the middle of basically a civil, what was basically a civil war between the people and the samurai, which was actually pretty accurate. There was a British arms dealer trying to sell guns, very accurate to the time.
Who looked like Christopher Lambert's evil half-brother.
The plot, I would call the plot unambitious, but I would call the plot serviceable.
Blaine, who played the white villain in this?
Walker?
Yeah.
So apparently he's the villain from fucking Mask of Zorro.
And what do they call him in this movie?
Zorro guy.
That's another weird...
At one point, Mikey calls him Zorro Dude.
Yeah, 5 years before he does Mask of Zorro.
Yeah, that's weird.
Fucking God.
Okay, and look, I understand why we can't have the turtles just, pop up on horses because everyone would see them. But the whole point is they gotta, switch out with someone of the same weight. I have to assume the turtles, being muscular and having fucking shells, are pretty fucking heavy. And that's what I thought they were gonna do. Oh, you're gonna switch them out with people with armor that I can buy. But when they do switch,
the clothes don't go with them.
And even Mikey makes the joke, is like, hey, I'll wear some shorts, because, we're naked.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Except when the samurais come through, they've got fundoshi on.
And I'm okay with that on the level of it's a kids movie.
Yeah, I think
but just tell them from the waist up. I'm like, oh no!
I think that was what they were gonna do, but I think somebody said, "Hey, you gotta put them in underwear."
And
they were like, "You know what? It'll look funny. Let's do it."
I just found something.
For the first time?
Yeah. When they travel back, how come they have their weapons? It counts as a piece of their clothing.
No, it's not. It's
the samurai have their swords too.
I mean, April brought her Walkman with her.
Also, that I was going to bring that up.
So I think
they're allowed one item.
You can only take one item with you through time, so you better pick your favorite toy.
Kenshin and the honor guards had their katanas. April had her Walkman. The turtles had their weapons.
And the god of time is nothing if not merciful.
There are some great moments in this film. Pretty much anything with Casey interacting with the samurai was great. I love that moment where Raph, Donatello, and Mikey can't ride a horse to save their life, and fucking Leonardo is
nails it.
Standing up riding. I go, sometimes I really hate that guy. There are some great Turtles moments.
Do you know what I was talking behind the sscenes? I just love the idea of this. It's oh my god, those poor horses. they had to okay, Butterscotch, come here.
Buttermilk.
Okay, no, I know horses when they're being trained have to go through a lot, but Jesus Christ, could you imagine being a horse and seeing that fucking thing
striding on towards you?
It's just no.
What the fuck is that?
Do
you want to get on the turtle?
No, I can talk on that. Okay, so recently, I'm trying to find a picture of it while I'm talking. Recently, I'm in near Guelph, and we're shooting a photo shoot with a horse. And my friend is dressed in full Daenerys Targaryen costume. And I said to the woman who ran the ran the ranch.
She ran the horse.
Well, she does run the horse. And I said to her, is it going to be okay that we're going to be approaching the horse in cosplay? And she said, this is a trained show horse. The people who ride these horses wear really ridiculous costumes, and the horse.
But do they wear giant turtle heads with teeth bigger than most people's eyes?
Yes, yes, they do. Because people in
frogs.
mascot costumes, clown outfits, and all sorts of crazy stuff will approach these horses.
You know what? Fuck Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Horses.
What she said to me, this horse, and the horse in question goes, this horse has children on it. Are the turtles more terrifying than an 8-year-old?
Yes.
I would say, if anything, the horse is probably cool with it. The horse is like, you're another animal. You're like a dog. We get along.
Ride me!
Whatever. But yeah, so I just... Oh, this movie.
They never eat pizza.
Let me put it this way. The way I chose to summarize this is, I also had not seen this movie in 15 years. With the reputation that it has, I was expecting it to be awful. And while the suits are not great, the time period settings that they time travel to are surprisingly on point.
Look great.
Well,
the
actually,
costumes look great.
I want to bring that up.
And work well.
Before we move on to all that discussion, and a lot of the jokes that they put out in this movie actually made me laugh. So I will say that this movie is not as good as I remember it being, but it also wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
That's a good way to put it.
You know what? I would put it as not as good as the first and second, obviously, but not worthy of its reputation. I would say that it is a decent Ninja Turtles film. Not great, decent.
Do you know what it is? It's the Ninja Turtles film that we technically should have gotten. Like, really think about that. When they brought Ninja Turtles to the big screen, live action, this is what I think people were expecting. For the first one, I mean.
And it kind of is more in line with the cartoon.
This one's, I've done
Yeah,
it before.
well, put it this way, okay.
Even the suits look like the cartoon versions a little bit.
The suits were not good. The effects were just okay. The fights were not good.
Oh yeah, that's a problem with
the writing was you know what I'll say? The writing was good. The dialogue was not.
See, I'd switch that.
Oh no, sorry. The writing was not good, but the dialogue was good. However, you have good comedy, great moments. Cinematography is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, the funny thing is this has a lot of good things going for it, but unfortunately the suits are what people remember. And the funny thing is, sometimes all it takes is an effect. Like, if this movie had the first two movie suits, it would probably be remembered
I was
better.
about to say that. Like, because again, with the first movie, I think people really were just blown away. That, oh shit, this is serious, this is good. The second movie, it was like, okay, this is stupid, this is silly. But look, to quote the guy in the movie, would you look at those costumes? Yeah. Right? This movie, got none of that.
Yeah, and the thing is, now that it's easy to look at this film in hindsight and go, this is the black sheep. However, I went in, when I sat down to watch this today, and I'm kind of making notes in my head, I just, you know how you can go into a film you've already seen with a mindset. And I thought, I'm going to see what's good about this movie. And I was trying to pick out things that I liked. And I thought that it would be hard, but it was actually easy. There were a lot of things I liked. There were times, like I remember that one thing where that switches with the turtles. And I was like, that's a great gag. Like, that's a good joke.
Well, what was everyone's favorite part of the movie? And what was the worst part? Lane, you go first.
Oh, God, I need to think about that.
Okay, Gar, you go first.
Alright, so I have two favorite scenes in the movie. One being, shockingly enough, the Turtles' introduction in the movie.
What? You can go.
Right to hell.
Doors locked. Like all of them, doors locked, remember? Like all of them are dancing to like the music. I'm like, yeah, this
is why we got the stage show.
Yeah, every time they kept dancing,
the stage show came before this.
This is a fucking...
Oh my god.
I think it was fucking ZZ Top they were dancing to.
It's just the song I remember, just the whole, like, they're all dancing, and Raph just whips, like, his sigh at the radio.
Damn!
And my second favorite scene is the scene when they're trying to ride the horses.
That's fun.
It's just, you see Leo, riding on the horse, standing up, just, adios, amigos. It's like, I really hate that guy. Yeah. Least favorite scene, though, I think it would have to be the whole village scene. Like, when they arrive in the village.
And it's on fire?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that, actually?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, because we're skipping through the plot here, because you go watch the movie.
It's time travel.
There's a point where they go to the village, and it's on fire, and it didn't look like it was on fire, though. It looked like someone was having a great time with the pot. Like, Willie Nelson showed up.
They were hitting the ooze pretty hard.
And, like, so, Mikey Yoshi, the kid Yoshi, who we're assuming is Hamato Yoshi's ancestor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. He's trapped in the building, and Mikey is the one to go in to get him. And when Mikey bursts out, like we were making a joke, man, did that suit just go up as soon as it went in? Like the actor,
I'm Mikey too.
And he comes out. Now, if you don't know this, a lot of times in films they use dummy kids, like for
they're not gonna. There's no kid stunt people.
That's why you don't see their face, right? That's the never. Was as Mikey's like running into the background with the kid. I was like, wait, rewind, go back, look at his foot. The fucking kid is on fire.
The leg is still on fire.
I was like, no, that tastes good.
Yeah, that's the
best one.
You really have to process that. That's the take they kept.
Well, I have to assume it's because they probably actually burnt that building down. So I was like, okay, one shot,
maybe two.
Just
we got a good fire.
Imagine them talking to the actor like, okay, it wasn't a good take. Go back in. The hell I will.
I want to be paid double.
No, you know what it was? That was originally written for Donatello, and it was the original voice suit actor, and he said, fuck that. Corey Feldman was like, no, I'll go into a burning building.
Corey Feldman don't go into no burning building.
Hey, man, I really need the work.
No,
We're not making Goonies 2 anytime soon.
Corey Feldman comes out. All right, we're gonna need you to redo the scene where you're in the burning house. The house was on fire.
No, like it was Corey Feldman who did it. Then they just like CGI'd it after to change the Mikey.
The early
so he doesn't even get the credit.
You know what? I'll say this: if those were CGI, best CGI ever,
right?
I'll say that.
All they had to do was change the one color of the mask.
No, wait. That was
the same.
Oh no, I meant like the cartoon. That would be it. Like Mikey goes in, animation error, it's Donatello coming out.
No, I meant that like the suits are like it's not like a suit. It's a CG suit.
Oh,
so it's like that's how
he goes in live. The suit shreds, so they just send out a CGI.
No, I'm saying it's like the entire movie they're CGI.
Oh,
but that's the joke. Is like, okay, what the fuck?
I found this.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Like that's the secret. If you want to make the best CGI ever, make it look like a shitty costume. That's the key.
All right, let's get back to so your least favorite part was the Ichi, you got your favorite?
It's really hard to pick. Honestly, my favorite part of the movie was just the really funny joke dialogue that came up a lot. Like when April and Prince Kenshin swap, Mikey goes to the dude and goes, "Dude, how'd you get into April's pants?"
That was a weird joke for this movie.
And after they fall into the fucking sewage pit, Donnie, as they're lifting Donnie up, he's like on his back, "Help! I'm a turtle! I can't get out!"
Oh god, James Rolfe hates you.
Can
we talk about how they had okay, that was a sewage pipe, so that means they landed in shit, and their mouths are covered in it.
Ancient Japanese sewer.
Yeah.
And at one point, fucking Walker Texas Ranger over there declares that they're not demons, they're samurai!
I'll say that, the movie's worth it for that. For the pronunciation alone.
My favorite moment of the film, and I've talked about it before, is when, Mikey is having his weird Clint Eastwood throwdown, or moment with Walker. And they've got, the soldiers ready to shoot him. And then they grab the guys, and then it's the turtles pop up.
Yeah, that was a good gag.
And just they give a wet willy, and he shoots the hat off his head. That was just such a great Ninja Turtle scene.
Yeah,
it would have worked in the cartoon, verbatim. They could have done that exact joke in the cartoon.
How about you,
it would have made great in the cartoon. My least favorite scene is anything where April was trying to carry a scene. I Shrunk.
Knock it off with the macho stuff!
Oh, yeah. Do you mean the part where she's ripping off her shorts and they go swing, or the part where she's taking a shower?
I don't mind that at all, because when she's in the one with the when she's in a scene with the turtles, or even Proto Casey, it's okay. But it's when she's carrying a scene, like the scene when she's talking to Walker and Nobunaga. I'm just like, oh fuck! The funny thing is this was in the '90s, but only everything she says is dated. It's like, oh, you're worse than slime, or it's like I'm gonna turn you into a puddle of puke. She just seems like a bad.
She's a real '90s word.
And just to answer Dream Vegas, they're ninjas. Why were they samurai? Because they got swapped into the honor guard's armor, and they were samurai.
But I'm sorry, but the best
the
best line for April ever in these movies is, "What? Am I late on my Sony payments again?"
Yeah. Well, the thing is, so Judith Hoag, the original April, could deliver bad lines like that and it was funny. Like, I loved the original April. Like, I had such a crush on her as a kid. However, this April, I don't know if it's the same one from the second.
I think it is.
Yes, it is.
She's just terrible. Like, I didn't notice in the second one, because April doesn't nearly have as much dialogue in the second one as she does in this
I
one.
feel like that should be, now that I think about it, like should be the tagline of the second Ninja Turtles movie to keep you going. Look at those costumes!
Yeah.
Like, how about you?
Okay, so...
I don't know, just like this movie was just mad at me. Like it just like it's just like I grew up with the second one the most. Like I had it on VHS and I watched it all the time.
Same.
So like
the one with the
like,
orange tape?
like the first movie is what made me really enjoy Raph, like as my favorite turtle, and like I love the first movie Raph. The second movie I just love it because it's just everything. I just love everything about it, and like even how silly it is and stuff. And like I said, like Sel said, Donnie's voice is the best one because he sounds nerdy.
Yeah.
You gotta change the flanges.
The third one was just
meh.
Then they go back in time and it just.
I'll say this. My favorite scene, because I'm more on Lane's side with this, where I'm like, it's meh. I'll admit, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. No.
It's meh to me, though. Like, it's not a movie I could probably watch Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 back to back a lot. This one is nah. Yeah, but it does have what I think is one of my favorite scenes from any of the movies.
Oh, yeah?
And that's when Raph is talking to Yoshi.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
surprisingly
nice little,
that was a
surprisingly
great
emotional scene.
Yeah.
And because I think it harkened back, and I could be wrong, and I'm probably giving the writers, directors, whatever, way too much credit when I say this. It reminded me of the best scene in the first movie, when after Raph has his fight with Casey, he goes into the sewer and Splinter has like a father-to-son talk with him.
Yeah.
I felt like that's what he was doing. He was giving like a father-son talk to Yoshi.
Yeah.
Like he truly had learned something from Splinter. So I could be wrong, but I'd like to believe that's what it was.
You know what? My take is there was a great Ninja Turtles movie in there. They just did not pull it off. Meaning that somewhere in the script, somewhere in the idea, there would have been a great thing. And so we see parts of it and some of the great dialogue in the Turtles moments.
This was based, I heard, off a particular chapter of the comics. I think it was Masks.
Yeah.
And what I thought they were going to do, and I'm going to bring this up, I always love bringing this up. I was really hoping they were going to go down this route. Where one of my favorite lines from, I can't remember which comic line it was. I don't think it was the original. Was where I think it was just Raphael. He went back in time to like ancient Japan and like same thing. He got like picked up by this small village who was constantly being raided by bandits, right? So he taught them how to fight. He taught them like ninjutsu. He's like, okay, so you can defend yourselves. That's the voice.
So it's the plot of Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yes. So Kung Fu Panda 3 stole. But, so like, you know, shenanigans happen, they win, Raph gets sent, I haven't read this in years, but what will always stick with me is the very end, where like the villagers go, okay, so let's never again talk about the stranger who helped us because, you know, people think we're crazy. But from now on, our tribe will not be one that people can just push over. We will become a clan to be reckoned with. As every journey begins with the first step, we'll call ourselves the Foot. I thought that's what they were going to do.
Shit.
They started the Foot.
And you know what? If that had been the plot of this movie, this would have been so much better.
Also,
actually, fun little thing. Sorry to cut you off, Lane.
That's okay.
I think it's in the 7th or 6th season of the original cartoon. They do this idea of going back in time, and it is that how the Foot Clan began.
Cool.
Oh, okay, this is going back to near the beginning of the movie, but I have to bring it up because my boy. So we're all like when Kenshin, when he was at the beginning, he kind of was like, "Who said it? Was it you?
It was me,
What did you say?"
I was saying like it would be stupid if they did it, but it just would have been funny if he just turned into Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, he got mutated somehow, and oh no, he's a rabbit. Because I love me some Usagi. He
dressed like him, kind of.
He did. Well, the whole point is Usagi dresses like a samurai, right? And we got to bring this up. The fucking costumes in this movie that weren't turtles were great.
Yeah.
Like I was looking, because when the name showed up in the credits, costume designer Han Nguyen, I'm like, that name sounds familiar, and I looked her up. Yeah, she's a great costume designer. She's done The Mask. She did RoboCop 3,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Like,
I don't have it handy.
But yeah, so everything looked accurate. It didn't look, as I like to say, it didn't look
fake.
Not fake. theme parky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is... Go ahead.
What
I still have it on.
That works.
I wanted to just quickly mention a couple of my favorite lines in the movie. There's this one part where Mitsu, like the prince's love interest, who has to unite the two families, she gets captured by Norinaga and brought in, and he's like, "Where have you taken my son?" And her response, with complete deadpan seriousness, is, "He's gone on a magic journey."
I think that's the line that broke us.
Right?
Where we're like, I mean, to be fair, who can read that line seriously?
Right?
Fucking, Charlton Heston couldn't read that right.
He's gone on a magic journey.
All right, here we go. This is what Norinaga's like.
Give me back my son!
And then there's this one moment where Walker is like in front of the turtles near the end of the movie, and they're out of their armor, so he says to them, "Who's your tailor?" And both we and then the turtles themselves immediately responded with, "We're naked." Idiot.
Give me
back my son!
Where is Kenshin? Oh, don't worry, he's on a cosmic trip into space.
Ooh, dude.
No, wait, that's Mikey.
You know what this should have been, but this one's like, give us back the good suits!
Alright,
Yeah, we had Castranger, give us back the good suits.
Yeah.
guys, I think we gotta talk about the biggest thing of all. The one thing this
Death
movie's
scene?
known for, and that is Walker's death.
Okay.
Oh, yeah!
So, let's
Wait, is there a gift?
There is no gif of it. I tried to find it. There is.
if you can find it, dude, go. Okay, so this, like, you probably know about this, but it is probably the most famous thing about the movie.
I did not remember.
Well, no,
that
if you
was a
look
thing.
into Turtles 3, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is what always comes up.
I mean, it's not something
So,
I Google. on the
climax of the movie happens. We get an actually pretty cool fight with Leo and Nobunaga.
Norinaga.
Norinaga,
It
whatever.
was clearly a reference to Nobunaga.
Yeah, and it's like the first time, like, Leonardo's using his swords properly.
We have an actual sword duel. It's fucking amazing.
Okay, because the way that it works in censorship is so the people in Ninja Turtles 2 were kids in in outfits. If somebody is a soldier, you have a lot more flexibility to the amount of sword violence.
You know that they're not white.
Yeah.
So it's,
I mean, I wasn't
okay.
gonna go there.
As much as I hate to admit it, you're not wrong.
Exactly.
But yeah, like it's a cool fight, and then it's like.
They even I think that was a very Ninja Turtles thing what they did where Leo he disarms I can't say his name
Norinaga.
the Daimyo and
Daimyo.
fuck it
The Japanese guy.
and he's
Not
like
Tatsu.
finish me and we all went finish him and he's like Leo's like okay he takes out both swords make it look like he's gonna cut off his head like how Anakin killed Count Dooku like scissor way and he just top knot. There you go.
That'll be $13.
There you go. That was cute.
Well, because that is a dishonorable thing. Like, if you, like...
Yeah.
Remember in The Last Samurai when, like, you know, Katsumoto's son, they, like, cut his top off?
No, I know, but, like, little kids don't know that, so it's like, he cut off his hair.
Yeah.
But then, like, I love how they... Like, the one time, I think, in these movies we ever see it where Walker's gonna kill them, and he uses his cannon. Yeah. What happens, Ichi?
So after the sword duel, the Daimyo gets the fucking giant-ass bell that apparently has been sitting above screen the whole fucking scene.
It has been there. You see it several times.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I noticed it.
But yeah, the Daimyo gets the bell dropped on him, and that was pretty funny.
And
then
Walker uses the cannon.
And in true Turtles style, Leonardo ducks into his shell and dodges the cannonball, which then smashes into the bell.
And we get the Daimyo come out. Like, as they say in the movie, oh, it's Don King. He's smoky. And so Walker's leaving with his fucking birds.
Yeah, because he has a thing for birds.
He's got a thing for birds.
And he refers to every woman in the movie as a bird.
That guy wants to fuck birds, is what I'm saying. And he's trying to get away.
It's funny, though, like, he tries to go out the window. Oh, damn! Like, comes back in, grabs his bird.
He forgot.
And then when he tries to rappel down the wall of the building, damn, and he climbs back up to get it.
So what he did was he threw the scepter. It stays in the air for... we should have timed it.
It was at least a minute.
Yeah. And just...
It's like Excel throwing the trial memory or something. Just
and Casey Jones's ancestor, like, because there was a catapult just ready to go, apparently, loaded in that direction. I don't know what it was aiming for.
It bothers me that he does not say oops when he does it.
That would have been the cherry on top.
So good!
He cuts it, oops, hits the rigging that Walker's on, he falls to his doom, as we've all seen in so many Disney films, and So he falls into the water. What the fuck happens?
He imploded into himself.
Like, you have to watch. Like, he just
And he's gone. Not even, you don't even see him splash in the water.
He just disappears into the water.
He doesn't disappear. He implodes. Like, disappearing would have been fine.
It's like he was, obviously that was CGI'd, so what they must have done is, as he's falling away, they then took the layer of him, and I'm using Photoshop terms here, and then, like, sized him down over the span of a second keyframe animation.
And I have to assume the editor, like, had a beef, like hated the director or something, because, like, James Rolfe said it. Just cut away! Make
Right?
a splash
You know what
sound.
it's like, hey, did you get the Walker splashing animation done? No, I haven't started. Shit, we gotta...
It's like 4:45. I have dinner.
You know what? It's
I gotta
crunch
get
time.
home.
It's crunch time. The movie has to be out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, this editor did nothing wrong.
Anyway.
And that reminds me of something else that we talked about during the movie. How great would it have been if we were dealing with one of Oroku Saki's ancestors?
Yeah.
And you know what? The dude who was Norinaga kind of looked like Tatsu, so maybe he was Tatsu's
I
ancestor.
always thought that was Tatsu's actor, but you guys are like, no, that's not him. I'm like,
no, you're just racist.
Also, we see, like, in...
they all look the same.
You know what this one? No. Oh, sir, go ahead. Then.
we see, like, in his palace, too, like, they do a shot of, like, several different, like, helmets and stuff like that. It would have been cool if, just for a brief second, we just see Shredder's helmet.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea,
Right?
actually.
And that would have fed perfectly into the whole we started the Foot Clan idea.
But you know what? Like, Norinaga was just a father who couldn't relate to his son. He was trying to do right, and he was trying to keep his lands out of control of British conquistadors. So fucking turtles show up, and
Fucking
they fucking
Kappa.
wreck everything. You know what it is? It is a bunch of adolescent turtles interfering with the British colonialism. They got in the middle of a race war, and they ruined his entire kingdom.
This movie's deep, bro.
Yeah. Norinaga did nothing wrong.
Can I have a sword so I can slice this movie in half like James Rolfe did?
We'll get there.
Also, I think my favorite April
It's
line...
your DVD, dude.
My favorite April line was just when she's like calling out on Wit and just be like, "You're scum! No, you're worse than scum! You give scum a bad name!"
Oh,
like, what's she gonna
God.
call
And
him?
like he just like lied to
I
you.
can feel the fucking cringe.
Yeah.
So,
Did he kill the turtles?
I also really love, like, when everyone starts getting swapped back to where they came from, and, like, Kenshin is having a happy reuniting with Mitsu, and then just, and then you see the fucking 4 honor guards, like, sneak out, like, Tsumisen, Hoki,
and you can kind of hear the music, dun 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 dun.
And then they
I gotta say,
Sorry, that was the best scene in the movie. When they're at the bar
Yeah.
and Tarzan Boy is playing.
I was into that song so bad for like a hot minute.
I love every single scene of those 4 dudes hanging out with Casey.
One thing I kind of
I
did
just
like.
love the joke. I love the joke that they're going to play hockey, but the only thing they took away from it was the hockey fights.
yeah.
Which was a real bad
Hockey
problem at
this.
the time.
Here's a fun thing too. I saw this at the beginning of the movie when the honor guards first showed up. They pulled swords on like Casey and Splinter.
Yeah.
And just how badass Casey Jones is, he's ready to take them on with a fucking hockey stick.
He would
four of
have
them.
beat them. He would've
Probably.
He would have whooped their fucking ass.
One
Probably
thing
got
I-
a few cuts.
One thing I did appreciate too was how Mikey and Raph didn't want to leave. They liked it there. Like Mikey because he was into Mitsu, and Raph because he liked the old
The fresh
time.
air.
I don't know if that
Birds,
would
they
work with
migrate.
Well, that was the joke we were making when Mitsuki and Kenshin like reunited. They were like, "So, what'd you do?" Like, I fucked a turtle. What'd you do? I fucked a hockey player.
I could only
because that's what I said. The movie doesn't have enough Casey and Kenshin. I'm like, oh, I think we missed out on the love story of the century.
No, it
It
wasn't.
cuts away. You see the lights go out, a light go out in the palace. All you hear is just
Oh, the turtle.
No, it wasn't Kenshin that Casey had the biggest bond with. It was one of the honor guards, Benkei, because he ran back and hugged him like twice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
'cause
trying
he
to take the
was-
TV with him.
Yeah.
The
We'll
scene
save
where-
it for your next trip.
The scene where Casey turns on the TV, they're all just watching hockey, and it's just, we're not even at the playoffs yet.
Yeah, and I was a big hockey fan as a kid, so I love it.
And I love it. The next scene, we see them, they're like scarfing chips and yelling at the TV.
Throwing at the TV.
It's so good.
Anyways,
Oh.
so movie ends with Mikey being sad because
He can't fuck a woman for the second time.
well, actually, and that's also I would say the one
April.
other than the moment with Raph and Yoshi. I would say that's the deepest part of the movie.
Yeah.
Is when like Splinter is saying, "What's wrong, my son?" He's like, "Growing up."
Yeah.
And it's like, that's sad. It's true, though. You got to do it.
I think you got the older message is still stuck on the screen there.
Yeah. And then the worst joke ever happens when Mikey looks at Splinter and is like, "Dude!" and he's wearing a fucking lampshade on his head.
I made a third funny. I guess.
Like Elvis and
wearing a lampshade.
Yeah,
it's funny. Is it? I don't know.
And then, again, you have to watch the movie to see what I'm talking about, but, the weirdest fucking thing happens where, the other brothers are just, "Hey, Mikey!" and they're just doing,
remember what we did at the start of the movie? Let's do it again!
So, yeah, this movie, sadly, it did make money, but it didn't make enough money.
No, it made its budget back, and then half its budget back again.
So, we didn't get Turtles 4.
But then, 5 months down the road, a certain show came out that also involved a group of people that wore colors and did martial arts, and that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I was going to say Battletoads.
That too. But yeah, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird actually did have an idea for a fourth film in which it was going to go back to the roots of the first movie. It was going to be a bit more mature, it was going to be a bit more dark, and again, the movie did bad, so, not as good as the first two. So it's like, well, we can't really do anything. No fourth movie. It was going to come out in 97. And the shocking thing enough, you're probably going to get a kick out of this.
Oh, yeah?
The movie was going to be called TMNT4, The Next Mutation. So...
I wonder what you could be possibly talking about next week.
Yeah, might as well talk about it.
Jikai! Radio Sentai Castranger!
We'll be ending Cowabungust with the first 5 episodes of Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation.
Woo!
Boys, I have to go. But I have to say, this was fun being back on for something like this.
Yay!
I always enjoy talking about things I actually have an opinion about.
Yeah.
Like Ninja Turtles 3.
Hooray, opinions!
And that's what I came back for, people.
What was that?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch
Give me back my son.
Lane, and
Give me back my son!
And Lane, part of the reason I opened this up with the Michael Scott no thing was because of what
what's
you...
this? That's not what I meant to push.
Was because of what you brought up with the...
Where are the turtles?
So perfect.
Where are they?
Anyways, I have to go, guys.
All right, thanks, Marcel.
You guys can keep going a little more if you have to. I'll just say this.
Your planet
The movie is better than I remember, but still not good. Does that make any sense?
That's exactly what I was saying.
I'm going to say it deserves to be considered as part of the trilogy and not lambasted. It does not deserve as much of its bad reputation. It's not bad, but it's also not great.
You know what?
It's something you watch once every 15 years.
It's like Godzilla 98. Everyone says, oh, it's the worst movie ever, but when you actually sit down and watch it, it's like, no, that's not that bad of a movie.
The perfect... This is, again, perfect way I would describe it. I'll gladly do a double feature of the first and Secret of the Ooze anytime. But if they said we're going to watch all 3, I'd probably leave at 3.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime.
If I haven't seen the third one in 15 years, I'll watch it again.
Anyway,
I think
like
we
did.
should coincide in 2034. Watch them all again.
All right, we have to meet here at this spot in 15 years.
I'm okay with that. But on that note, Northcaster, vanish!
Whoa! Damn it, you got the door unlocked.
Oh, shit.
Give me back my son!
You know there's an acting thing? Okay, so there's a comedy improv acting thing called Give Me Back My Son. And it's you sit with another, improver, and this is how you warm up. And you say this line back and forth, but you have to say it crazier than the person before.
Oh, so it's like the penis game.
It's like, give me back my son! Give me back my son! Give me back my son! And then you just go
Give me
back.
back your son.
Yeah. And you say it in funny ways, like, give me back my son, dude! You know, you got...
Why didn't I ever do that in drama class?
No,
It
because...
sounds amazing.
Yeah, I know.
We had freeze tag in drama class.
But this the thing is, it's from Ransom.
Give me back the son!
The guy's like, give me the money, and he's just like he's just getting angry, and he just goes, and he's like, and you see him go from 0 to
Give me back my son!
and he just shouts, and everybody's so shocked,
So
what the
startled.
Yeah, and the thing is they're like, oh, and I think they hang up on him or something. No, he threatens them, and then they hang up on him, and the police are like, dude.
Was this taken?
No, this was Ransom.
Okay.
And they're like, dude, what the fuck? Like you have one job, and it's not to shout.
Give me back my son!
Also, I noticed something from Ninja Turtles 3, actually. They never ate pizza.
Nope.
Oh my god.
They try.
0 out of 10.
Yeah,
They
0 out of
try.
10, they didn't eat pizza. No wonder the suits look so up.
Mikey, in one scene, Mikey tries to invent pizza in feudal Japan.
Are you
just
sure that
wondering what
wasn't
he
a
used for
brownie?
cheese.
Anyways, thank you all for listening.
And give us back our son.
Oh wait, it's got to be the last thing.
As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook page, our Twitter account, Discord server where you can listen live Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our merch page, and of course our Patreon where you can pledge to us to help us make the show better for you. And as per our discussions on this week's episodes, maybe more perks coming soon.
Give me back my son!
Fine, follow me to the closet.
Give me the money.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Tom, you want to say bye?
Oh, see you later.